Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, April 18th, and we got lots to talk about. I've been away a couple days just because of work, and I have very little sleep in me. So if I mess up a couple times in this video, please bear with me on that one. The main part of this video I'm going to talk about is the Monopoly. Because as you can see on my screen, there was something added on here that people did not know about when they first bought it. Now I'm flipping over here to Jelly Neo. I just want to talk about some other news really quickly. Stream lag. Feels like it's gone. I don't have it anymore. Fairy Fragments Easter event. Yes, there's going to be an Easter event. Make sure to go in there, do that, play that, because if you haven't hit 700, there are plenty of other things that you can do and collect for the Neopets website. There is also a survey down here. Yes, it'll give you 1,000 gold coin apps. There's a bunch of new bonus activities available. All these things are happening. Make sure to do the survey if you want to talk about it. Draconac Hungary avatar fixed. And you can see right here, we got Mrs. Cleaner rocking this avatar right there. It looks lovely. I think that does look great. And all you need is a Draconac. You need an item rarity 88 or lower with the word cheese in it. So make sure to do that if you want that avatar. If you care enough, Croc Day Roundup. We're just going to go upside down here and not see the title. There it is. There you go. Pastel. Wonderful. I know people are excited. They're like, can I make one or do I have to use the pet or morphing potion? And unfortunately, you have to go that route. And even then, if you could, it's April 18th, and this was from a day ago. Okay, and lastly, Tales of the Cardia Easter login. Make sure to go find that calendar, click it, because eventually there may be something very nice that you would want. But going back over here to the Monopoly side, yes, Sterling Sky's avatar does not count towards users total. This was not here before. I know that because I make videos every day and I attempt to at least put the date in there somewhere. And as you can see in this video, I call this "You Don't Have to Pay to Win." Let's talk about Neopets Monopoly and Neopets 25th Anniversary Quest. Here is the terms and conditions. You see this? Each Monopoly, all in game, one individual. And I say that way, just look at the words and the bullet points. And then I flip over here and voila, each Monopoly, all in game. This is what I like doing at work. You can compare. If I just hit Alt Tab over and over again, you can see that this Sky avatar does not count towards user total was not there, which is not very good because if you take a look at this, this was this. Let me see what date this was. I have this as March 15th. This is March 15th, and even then, there was only 170 items left. So at that point, when people bought it, if there was a max of 2,000, yeah, the majority of people already bought this, and you could see that terms and conditions did not actually exist. There's one disclaimer that I will say about that. If you go over here to this, there is a full terms and conditions, and I don't know if I've actually seen and read all of this, right? Like here you go. I don't know if this is on here. That is the one thing. Maybe they threw it down here. Actually, you know what? Let's just look right now. It's not on here. Yo, this is something I just discovered. See, if I type in avatar, it is not here. They added that. One individual account is limited to redeeming. Redeeming multiple will not result in receiving multiple. There it is. There was nowhere did it say that it would not count towards the total. And let me just search one more time. I'll just type in Skype. That's it. That's it. It's not here. Just blow it up here for you. There it is. It is not there. It did not exist before, and they pulled a fast one. And I will say, there's some people that don't see like the big problem with it or anything like that. Imagine you buying anything in life, right? Let's just say you bought a car and you go to do it, and then they go, "We don't have the car yet. We're gonna have to build it." Okay, like that happened very recently with the shortages on chips and all that. Like we need to wait for it. The car is not built. We can't do that. But then when you go to get the car, they slide in there and say, "Oh, by the way, we slid in there that if you want an air conditioner, you have to pay $1,000 more." You're like, "What? What does that actually mean? Why'd you do that?" We just decided to slip it in. So same idea right here. I know that's a more extreme example and it's like totally out there, but the same idea kind of applies here. It's like basically people bought a Monopoly game. Some people bought it for different reasons, right? Some people wanted the avatar, some people wanted the stamp, some people just wanted the board game in general, and you could see that in Neopets Nation. People are like, "I just want the avatar. Who wants to buy the board?" You know, people are like, "I want to buy the board. Let me have the board." There's other people that says, "I want the Monopoly board, and I don't care about the digital online goods, the avatar and the stamp. Someone please sell me your code." And other people did that way. You cannot judge why people want it because everybody does whatever they want with their money. And right here, you cannot slide this in after people have already bought that. I think that is totally scummy. Legally, I don't know if that's you're allowed to. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But in the end, that is some messed up stuff that they actually did here. There's no way that they should have been allowed to do that. In this video, actually, I actually talk about that. Why did I talk about that? Right here at the 10:30 mark. If you go to this video and check it out, I actually talk about it. And I already knew that this was a possibility because Neopian Times. By the way, have you ever tried the archived Neopian Times? It is annoying because I have no idea. I mean, you can look it up, but off the top of my head, I don't know that the month of eating equals whatever month, or the month of running or awakening and sleeping. It's just not very fun. But as you can see in this Neopian Times article, it would be issue 1023. There you go. Hi TNT. You gotta blame Mickey for this. Don't blame him. I'm just saying, just this question is because of Mickey. Hi TNT. I returned a couple years ago from a hiatus, and I noticed there are several avatars related to codes received at conventions. I bore witness to the chaos the last SDCC Show You Arcade avatar brought. Is it possible to release these avatars without having them count towards the high score table? Since they count towards the high scored table, they act in some capacity as pay to win elements of the site. Oh my god. Hey there. First of all, extremely belated welcome back. Unfortunately, it's baked into the history Ne- Neopets history to have these sort of if you weren't there type of avatars and such, which has personally haunted me as well as a longtime user. So the TNT team has tried to continue to uphold some of these older traditions, but we are trying to do better every day for the user base, and this has been a topic of discussion a lot amongst all of the fun new things we released this year. So making certain avatars not count towards high score tables is something we will absolutely continue to consider when releasing future avatars. Hey, by the way, you cannot just do this. This is not right at all whatsoever. This is total scumbag kind of stuff. And I could say that. I'm not going for some ambassador or anything, but please don't ban my account. Thank you. But truthfully, it is. You can't. You can't have people pay this sort of money and then just slide in there. Oh, by the way, this does not count. That is totally wrong. I know an ambassador has already sent, of course, emails to them trying to find out what they're going to do. Don't forget, they're also going to make a retail version of this game, which could have totally taken care of all of this, right? People could have bought that. And in the end, this website, in some sort of way, it does have paid elements to it. That's just how it goes. How about for the people that can't actually travel to these conventions? How about that? You ever thought of that? Those avatars kind of count. How about the people that can't afford TCG cards? Yeah, are you gonna do all that? You'd have to take all of them away. It's all or none to me. And at the same time, you cannot just slide this in. Going back to the main point, you cannot do that after everybody has already bought it. That is messed up. And at the same time, that they can't even cancel it. Right here, refunds are accepted until April 15, 2025. I have no idea when they slid it in. Someone on Neopets Nation has found this. No idea. But truly, in the end, again, as my whole point is, imagine any other situation in your life when someone tried to add some sort of disclaimer after the fact. You'd be this upset. So don't even just think about this as Neopets. I know where the topic at hand is Neopets Monopoly board game. But imagine any other time in your life that someone's ever had, because you more than likely had someone try to attempt something, add a little asterisk to something that you have bought, and it's not very fun. My whole point here is whether you bought it or not, it should just piss you off because these are people that are flip flopping on a point, and this needs to just be taken away. Like this right here needs to be taken away, or at least allow people that have purchased this and didn't know that existed that this little disclaimer existed, you should let them have a chance to cancel it. That's it. That's how you make this right. So pick one, and then we can go from there. But at the same time, I mean, for me personally, I'm keeping my monopoly. I don't really care one way or the other. But you cannot just go ahead and do that, okay? That's where I'm at. All right. Other than that, I'm gonna go over here and just take a look at my dailies. So this is interesting. I have my quest log update on me. Not on me. It's because I finished my freaking quest log. So what am I gonna do here? Let's just take a look. I have this spring of bee, and I'm like, don't really need it, but at the same time, it is worth a lot. Yeah, it's one of those ones where now that reroll has some sort of dollar amount attached to it or neo point amount to it, it's like, oh, I don't know, because you saw me do it. I mean, is there a number everybody out there wants to actually like reroll at? I mean, of course, if there's something that you really want, irregardless of the neo point amount, you probably would go for it. Maybe. Right? Because you could get a prize like this one that's 800,000, sell that, and if it's only 100,000, you can get that and pocket the 700,000. That would be very nice. But yeah, I'm not attached to the Spring of Bee, and I'm thinking to myself really hard. I'm like, should I go and do that? But also, I need to do my Eastern egg. So let's see. Let me just scroll down. I have this little guide here. Thankfully, I've been keeping up with this, and I did not forget. Oh, it's under my daily. Shoot. Anyways, I'm just gonna go here now. I don't want to go too long in this video. I have to actually make another video for Wash Wars because Goddess of Victory Nikkei has come out. Oh, time travel nerd. I do want this wing though. Which one? I'm between the wing and the time. I'm going time travel. I'm going time travel. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. How many days do we have left here? No, 100,000 Neo points. I mean, that's nice. It's nice. Back to the festival. Back to the festival. Are you enjoying yourself in the festival? I don't know. Look how many I got 4 time travels. I got 3 hatchlings and 1 goth. I didn't even bother. Man, I should probably. How many days are left? I need an assortment of whatever. You know, whether I get it or not, get the assortment of different Eastern eggs. Who knows? Yeah, okay. Well, that's fun. It's very fun. I saw someone win the race, the ice scratch card plays jackpot. Dang it. That thing just goes too low. I really wonder how many scratch cards it took to win the jackpot on there because I'm like that is way too too low. They're just too low, especially if you have to scratch more than 2 of them. You're barely making any money. If you had to scratch more than that, you're absolutely screwed because those things are like near 500,000. So I mean, because people are richer, they just have that itch to gamble. That's just me. And I missed the food club. The day before was 40 to 10. I was like, heck yeah. And then I saw the numbers for yesterday's. I didn't get on till late. Like I said, I have been barely sleeping. I am so tired right now. You have no idea. But I should be able to finish my project today, which is very exciting. It's due on Monday, technically. But yeah, there was days where I was sleeping like 3 hours, 2 hours that night. Yesterday, I thought I was not even gonna go to sleep. So that's why I came on here. I just wanted to talk about the monopoly and all that because it's just a messed up topic. Like companies, like you just I don't know. I get the whole idea of like not giving the count, but you can't slide that in. I mean, that is some crazy stuff that you actually want to put that in after people have purchased it. Some and not even tell people. Like you didn't send out an email, but hey, by the way, we're gonna do this, and if you don't want it, you can cancel. Like that was definitely the proper way. Man, I didn't even get to do the fishing because I did it so recently. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. They tambala. Yeah, I'm speed running everything. I didn't even get to do a fairy employment job yesterday. That was crazy to me because I've been trying my best. Let's see what we got here. 15 anything? Sky? Sky? Yeah, Sky. Okay, buddy. Smuggler's Cove. Collect my winnings that don't exist because I didn't play yesterday. Oh, what do you get? 0 out of 10. Woo! I'm not celebrating everybody losing. I'm celebrating the fact that, I missed it and I didn't miss out. You dodged the bullet. Rather than skipping, which I strongly consider, I'm going to play a modified 2-4 pirate arena pattern with shipwreck and cove. Yeah, it's like, oh, doggos. Oh, doggos. Look at them, just living their life, not have to worry about much. Yeah, yeah, by the water. That's pretty fun. I like that. Yeah, 1648. Why did he say skip? What was he saying? No actual opening positives. Okay. So we'll see. I mean, because you look at this and it's like it's not bad looking. 4, 8, 4, 18, 26. That doesn't look bad, but it makes you think maybe you don't do it because something awful is about to happen. I really do have to get off now. But at some point I gotta finish this video anyways. Or I gotta finish my daily. So I'm just gonna do it and suffer through work. Suffering is more fun, right? All right, what's my quest? Do I have to buy how many? I have to buy 2. Look at that. I did it perfect. Close, close. Do that, do that. Yes. Oh, I gotta do the stupid obelisk. Ah, crap. Marrow, Tokyo. Give me something cool. Do it. Do it. Okay. Don't do it. I do like how it magically disappears though. I think I talked about that blue origin thing, but still, there's no way I'd ever do that. That's insane. I know it doesn't go as fast. The ship's trying to actually get into space. Oh shoot, I don't have no race to riches on me. But still, I wouldn't do it. No. And I wouldn't spend that money on it. It's insane. You think about it, $1.2 million, 1.4, whatever the number is, 1 point anything is insane to me. It's I don't know if I've ever said about the thing about living in a New York apartment, the ones that are like 3 million, like some people own those apartments, 3 million bucks. Dude, me, like, I'm done. I'm just done. What does that actually mean? If I own it, if I paid it off, like I actually own it, it's 3 million bucks. That means you have more than $3 million somewhere because it's not all tied up into an apartment. What am I looking for here? A stick. Oh, there it is. Can I get it? Oh, yes, pumpkin shield. I did not open a new fortune cookie because I'm just so busy. What is this? What color Kyrie does not have brown eyes? I don't know. I'm not even gonna bother looking. Royal boy, royal girl, electric, rainbow. I would guess rainbow. No. Yes. Yeah, I'm just doing it. Dang it, royal girl. Dang it. I was like, why would royal girl have different eyes than the royal boy? Oh boy. All right, well, coconut, you're never gonna give me anything, and I'm just gonna hit it. You know how long it took to do this when it was lagging? Oh boy, that was fun. Okay, I got all of that. Great, great, great. Click you multiple times so I don't miss. I was here. I was here. That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Yeah, I forgot what I was literally talking about. Well, it's all right. Probably wasn't important this way. Oh, by the way, it was funny because I saw in Neopets Nation someone saying that someone goes onto the battle board and there's like an obelisk fighting guild, and they're like, pick this guild if you want to win, and they win like 80% of the time. So crap. I should probably just go look for that board every time this thing comes up because that might be the better way to go. I will say what I do. Feed and play a game and customize. Alright, I'll play your stupid game. I'll play your stupid games. Here's the stupid games. I wish that one that I just played counted as a game. I know it doesn't in the traditional sense because there's no end thing that gives you Neo points. It just gives you that item. That campfire game. That would be nice if that counted. But it's okay. It's okay. Freaking Neopian Times. I do enjoy reading the Neopian Times. I'm just saying that archive with the months the way it is. Ooh, do not like it. Oh, I got the pat. You see this? I got the Pata Moose companion. Look at that dude. Look at that dude. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me collect these. I really do have to consider what I'm gonna do with that weekly prize since we're almost at the end. I think of the weekly prize pool. I'm sure. I think it's been almost 2 months. Who freaking knows? But there it is. Yes. Mrs. B, you may not exist anymore in my life, but I think you will. I mean, 800,000, that's pretty insane. All right, so I'm gonna do my Battle Dome now. I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. I was thinking if I that in that quick moment, I'm like, should I keep going? Because do I have more to talk about? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe you're not even here anymore, and I'm just talking to myself, which is actually pretty fine. I enjoy these times. I saw on Facebook how somebody was there. There was a reel, Facebook reel, and he was saying like eating alone is okay. Like when you go out to eat, you want to just try a restaurant. I find that to be, it's interesting at first, as in if you've never done it before. I've done it a few times, and I'm absolutely fine. Remember, I'm married. Yeah, so it's not like I don't have someone to go with. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong if you don't have someone to go with. When I went on vacation to Japan, I went with my sister, I went with my niece, my wife's niece, and then I went with, so she's my niece-in-law. But, in the end, we all say niece because I think that's how normally you say it. So she's my niece, but niece-in-law and another friend. We went, but I went out by myself late at night. Everybody else is sleeping. He chose to sleep in. I was like, screw this. I'm in Japan. I'm gonna live it up. So I went out and I went to restaurants by myself. And you know what? The nice part about it is you could just focus on the food. You could take in the surroundings and all of that. Maybe you could make a friend. Right? There's been plenty of times where I went to the bar, not that I was completely alone, but I don't go to the bar by like ever unless I'm going with people. So on this business trip, I've talked about this before where I've been at the bar and the people at work, they do the thing where they talk about work, most boring thing in the world. It's like, dude, you just got out of work. Why do you still want to talk about work? Like I absolutely hate that. It's like, please, anything else but work. I don't want to sit here for hours. I remember. So let me tell you this, and then I'll tell you about what else happened. So I was at the bar, and I'm like, please give me any sort of other conversation. And so I just would talk to total strangers that would be sitting beside me, because at least with the total stranger, you just hear their story, right? Like where they're from, what they do, if they have kids. The one guy busted out his laptop and he showed me his kid who was like some kind of like pro skier. Not like pro, like as in, like winning the Olympics or anything, but basically underneath there. So the minor leagues of skiing, if you want to say that. But no, he busted out a laptop, and I'm like, yo, this is at least better than talking about freaking work. That sucks because every night they're like, let's go to the bar at the hotel. And I'm like, I don't want to, in my mind, I don't want to, but you have to, you have no choice. No matter what anybody else tells you, to me, in my head, you have to do this. You have to go because if not, they've always say things about people that don't go. And you don't need that. You have to play the game. So, anyways, one night we were there so long. It was my boss and another person higher up in the company. Not like the president, not like a director, but someone higher up. And they were talking to this dude, and we sat there until the bar actually closed, to the point where the waiter actually had to put beer in the hallway. He's like, I left a pitcher out there free for you, so that you guys can, just have more fun, hang out, and keep on talking. But, really the idea is like, get them out of here. Get these people out of here. And you know what they did? They took that beer and they went up to the room with all of us went up to a room and they talked more about the glory days of their work, like their accomplishments and everything like that. It was like 1:30 in the morning and I was like falling asleep in the chair and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go now because this sucks. But at that point there was no good, it's like when you go to a party, you go to someone's house, anything like that, not like party, rave party, but You know, like you go to a friend's house, family's house, and it's some kind of event, and you're like looking for that period to just escape. Yeah, yeah, I was like, you know what? I couldn't find that opportunity to escape because they're like, ooh, talking about all their accomplishments and everything. You could tell, like, I'm one of those people that I do want to do my work. I want to do it very well, but I want to just leave at some point. Like, I just want to retire. I'm just here to work. And if you want to talk, you want to hang out, you want to be friends, do things, I'm cool with that. But like, I don't want to work to revolve around work forever. Like when I'm outside, I don't want to talk about work. Can I just talk about like movies or your dogs or anything? I don't care. Oh, somebody, I'm gonna end with this. Somebody on my Discord sent this last night. It's like, can we talk about this stuff? Because that'd be really great. Yeah, that'd be grand. I'd have a great old time if you people would talk about this stuff. But no, no, they don't do that. Here you go. Okay, serious debate. 1, 2, 3. And I said I basically have to buy them because back in the day, my parents were buy Barks root beer a lot. And what I would do in there, of course, is make root beer float. Who doesn't make a root beer float? So I just throw vanilla in there. So obviously the taste is modified because of that. So I don't know which one's better. And in the end, I don't even really like root beer all that much. Actually, it's a interesting debate. Number 4 should be like, you know, a Dr. Pepper or a Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Really, this debate should be really like Pepsi or Coca-Cola. That would be it. But it's nice that he threw that in there. I like that. It was just something different to talk about. And that's what I would love to do when we go to the bar. Let's go and talk about root beer. If I ever see one of you out there in the world, you could come up to me and be like, "Which root beer do you like?" And then I'll know. Well, no, I'll know. I'll be like, "Yeah, yeah, heck yeah, let's hang out. I'll go buy you some food." That's what we should do. If wherever we do a like a Neopets event or something, if I'm out there in the real world, and that's a major if I'm ever out there in the real world and you see me, ask me about this and I'm gonna buy you a sandwich. We'll go have a good time. That's what I'm saying. Okay? We'll see each other out there at some point. If they ever decide to move one of those conventions where they give out all this stuff and have all that cool merch, they ever decide to do that, you see me, we'll hang out, okay? All right, but that is everything. Oh my god, how long is this video? I was supposed to do another video. I am totally screwed. It's 27 minutes long. But yeah, no, I like doing this. Hopefully Neopets get their crap together because this stuff cannot have happened. It should not have happened, but it did happen. And now they have to dig themselves out of another hole. Because again, like in the end, why one last thing. Why'd they even have to do that? Like, this is already a done deal. People bought it. Hey, it was over. People forgot it. Basically, forgot about Monopoly until it comes back out again. But you had to do this one. That's crazy. It's like you're trying to look for controversy. You're like, okay, you know what? Maybe all that stuff that happened in general discussion, we need to bury that. We need to bury that with something else. Monopoly. That's what they said. Let's go Monopoly. Have a good Friday. Bye.